Stephanie Carroll and welcome to my Rocket channel. Today we're going to focus on the Rocket 1 sequence. Please join me at the top of the mat. Starting in Samasthiti, inhale your arms up, exhale your hands to heart center. We'll chant one Om together. Deep breath in. Let's begin our sun salutations. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway left. Step back and slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over your toes, downward facing dog for 5 breaths. You can pedal out your feet here, just warming up and waking up our bodies. Gaze forward, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, gaze up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Second one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back with the opposite leg. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's widen our stance here. Left hand grabs onto the right ankle for a twist. Gaze past our right armpit. Left hand back. Right hand grabs onto left ankle. Gaze under the left armpit. Right hand returns, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, gaze up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Last sun egg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. You can step back or you can jump back. Slowly lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring our feet together. Lift our right leg up for 3-legged dog. You can bend your knee, roll out your ankle. You can do hip circles with one direction and then the other, or you can flip your dog. Right foot comes down. Inhale the left up. Same thing. You can do those ankle rolls, or you can do the knee, opening up your hip joint, or flip your dog. And left foot returns down. Gaze forward, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, gaze up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Now we're going into our Surya Namaskar bees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Jump or step back. Making our way to downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up. Warrior 1. Gaze up. Place your hands, step back. Making our way through. Meeting in downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up. Warrior 1. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Pressing into your hands. Gaze at your legs or your navel. Gaze forward, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Samasthiti, second one. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Step, jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up, Virabhadrasana A. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Making our way through a vinyasa. Downward facing dog, left foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up, Virabhadrasana A. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Chaturanga, up dog. Downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Feeling the heat that we're creating through these sun salutations. Gaze forward, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. Last sun B. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Step, jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up. Virabhadrasana A. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, and flow through half vinyasa. Left foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up. Virabhadrasana A. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, half vinyasa. From downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Heels are heavy. Hips are shining towards the sky. Gaze forward, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. So let's blast off into our Rocket 1 sequence, coming into Utkatasana, chair pose. Let's interlace our fingers, palms towards the sky, making sure that our ribs are tucked in, not swaying out. Pelvis is tucked under slightly so that we're not sticking our booties out. From here, coming into Ardha Utkatasana, half chair pose. Our stomachs are resting on our thighs, reaching our arms straight in front of us like someone is pulling on us. In this ski type position, preparing to ski down the mountain. And plant your hands, coming into our first arm balance, Bakasana. If Bakasana is not in practice, you can come into Yogi Squat, Malasana here. If you're with me, bend your arms, knees on the backs of your arms. Slowly lean forward. Maybe pick up one foot, maybe the other. Slight gaze in front. From here, you can step back or shoot your both legs back, flowing through a half vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, right foot steps forward. We inhale, rise up. Virabhadrasana A, holding here. Knee is over our ankle. Our hips are squared to the front of the mat. Gazing up at our thumbs. Inhale, opening it up to the side, coming into our Virabhadrasana B, Warrior 2. We slowly lower our hips down. We're not reaching forward. Get your shoulders out of your ears. gazing over your right middle finger. Inhale, straight the front leg, maybe your back leg comes in slightly. Coming into Utthita Trikonasana. This is where we reach until we can't reach no more. Then peace finger, big toe, maybe hands on the mat. Maybe your hand is on your shin, so that you're not dumping down into this position. Your heart is shining to the left side of the room. Gaze up at your left thumb. And left hand down. We're going to rotate that into our revolved triangle or Pararita Trikonasana. So imagine that you have a tray balancing on your tailbone, trying to maintain that flat so that it will stay balanced. From here, left hand inside or outside of the right foot. Inhale, twisting open, your right arm reaching towards the sky. Heart shining to the right side of the room. Balance challenge and deep twist. And inhale, rising up, warrior two legs, coming into our extended side angle, Utthita Parsvakonasana. Arm can be on the top of your leg or hand on the outside of the right. Sweeping that left arm straight up overhead, reaching in front of you, gazing at your hand, or maybe a half bind, or you can full bind here. We want to feel that long line of energy from the outside of our left foot all the way through the fingertips or the crown of the head if you have a bind. Inhale back up, coming into warrior one legs, preparing for our Pararita Parsvakonasana, a revolved extended side angle, twisting to the right, hooking the left elbow outside of your right leg, gazing over your right shoulder. You can also bind here. From here, plant your hands, step back, flowing through half vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog, preparing for our first Pincha Mayurasana. From here, you can come down to your forearms, walk your feet in. For this dolphin pose, you can stay here. You can do dolphin dips, coming with your nose, chin toward your hands, building that strength. Maybe you do alternate leg lifts, practicing, maybe giving a little kick up for your pincha. You can also come to a wall or pinches in your practice. You can lift up in the middle of the room. Gaze between your arms. If your feet left the mat, slowly bringing them down, coming into a child's pose. And back to downward facing dog, so that we can repeat all that on the left side. Inhale, left foot steps forward, and rising up for Virabhadrasana A, holding here. Knee over ankle, hips square to the front of the room. Gaze up at your thumbs. Pressing into the outer part of your back foot. Inhale, rise up, opening it up to the side for Virabhadrasana B. Slowly lowering our hips down, not reaching out like you're serving a platter. Can you still see your big toe on your front foot? If not, slightly open your knee to the left. Gazing over our middle finger over front hand. Inhale, straightening the front leg. Maybe the back leg comes in slightly. Preparing for that Utthita Trikonasana. Same hand placement as before. Peace finger, big toes. Maybe your hands on the ground. Maybe it's on your shin. Maybe it's on the block as well. Stacking our shoulders. Imagining that we're in between two panes of glass. Right hand comes down, squaring our hips, preparing for that revolved triangle for our Utthita Trikonasana. So imagine you have a tray on your back that you're trying to keep from falling off. Hand placement same as before, inside or outside of that left foot. Again, a block is helpful in this position as well. Inhale, sweeping that left arm up to the sky, gazing up at your left thumb. Left hips drawing back, slight bend in your knee. Exhale, releasing that, coming up to warrior two legs, preparing for our extended side angle, Utthita Konasana. Hand placement can be the same, with arm resting on thigh, hand on the outside of your left foot. Right arm can sweep up overhead, reaching in front of you, or binding, or half binding. Opening our heart out to the right side of the room. Inhale, rise back up, warrior one legs for our Parivrtta Konasana. Twisting on an exhale, hooking your right elbow outside of your left leg, gazing over your left shoulder. Maybe you bind. Clench your hands, step back, flowing through a half vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we're coming into our second Pincha Mayurasana. Again, you can repeat the dolphin dips, dolphin alternate leg lifts. Maybe come to a wall and pick up for your Pincha. Or if you want and you're comfortable with Pincha in the middle of the room, you can work on your straddle press. So feet onto the outsides or the outer parts of your mat. Slowly lower, lean forward and pick up your feet, lifting them up, finding your straddle. You can also straighten your leg and then slowly lowering them into a straddle position as well. Gaze between your arms. If your feet left the mat, slowly make your way down, coming into a child's pose. From child's pose, we come into downward facing dog and walk our hands back to the back of the mat. Our feet are hip distance apart, preparing for our Anustasana. So peace finger, big toes, inhale, half lift, exhale, folding forward. Shoulders are out of the ears. Gaze towards your navel, keeping your spine long. Inhale, halfway lift. Release your toes. Hands come underneath our foot for Padahastasana. Inhale, find length. Exhale, folding forward. Elbows drawing away from the body. Pressing into the balls of your feet. Maybe your toes, massage your wrist. Inhale, halfway lift, releasing the hands. Exhale, grab onto your waist. Inhale, rise all the way up. Preparing for our San Francisco twinkle toes. Arms raised all the way up to the sky. Coming onto your tippy toes. Gaze slightly in front of you. Our non-inverted handstand position right here. So lifting one knee up. Tippy toeing to the top of the mat. Maybe you get there and go backwards. Just practicing our fun way, little balance challenge. From here, top of the mat, coming down, Samasthiti. Step your right foot back. Coming into our wide-legged forward fold, our Prasarita Padottanasana. From here, inhale your arms out to a T, gaze up, exhale, folding forward. Hands are in line with your feet. Inhale, find length. Exhale, folding forward, crown of the head to the mat. From here, it's a great opportunity to get upside down if you want. Headstand, maybe another pincha, maybe a handstand, or just hang out here in this wide-legged forward fold. We'll be here for a few rounds of breath. If your feet have left the mat, slowly making their way back down. Inhale, exhale, hands to your waist. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, arms to T, coming into B. So reverse prayer behind your back, or hands to your hips, elbows pointing back. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, folding forward. Crown of the head to the mat. Pressing into the outer part of your feet. Knees can be slightly bent. If you have that reverse prayer, press into your palms together. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, arms to T. C position. Hands clasping behind you, drawing away from your spine. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward. Crown of the head to the mat. Palms reaching away from you. Navel to spine. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, releasing, arms to a T. Exhale, folding forward, peace finger your big toes. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold forward. Elbows drawn away from the body. Navel to spine. Pressing into the outer part of our feet. Inhale, halfway lift, let go of your toes. Hands plant in line with your shoulders, coming into our rocket splits. So Samakhanasana, middle split, slowly walking your feet out to the edges of your mat. You can stay up on your hands, or maybe you come down to your forearms. Letting gravity help you melt closer to the mat. Pressing into the outer parts of our feet. And slowly walking our feet closer together. Draw your forearms, come up to your hands. We're going to come around to the back of our mat for Hanumanasana over our right foot. You can also do quarter splits or half splits, or full splits. Finding length on an inhale, exhale, folding over that right leg. Inhale up, lifting up and pivoting to the front of the room, repeating that on the left leg, either quarter or half. From here, inhale, find length, and exhale, folding over that left leg. Inhale, lifting back up, coming to a wide-legged seated forward fold, Upishta Konasana. From here, instead of grabbing onto our feet or our toes, we slowly walk ourselves out, keeping our spine long. When you feel that you're starting to curve in, stay there and just melt. Toes reaching towards the sky. And inhale, walking our hands back, coming into a side body stretch. Right hand under right calf. Inhale that left arm up and exhale, reach it to the right side of the room or grab onto your right foot. Gazing past your left arm. Inhale, we rise up, other side. Left hand under left calf. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, reach it to the left side of the room, gazing past your right arm. Inhale, coming back up, preparing for our Mula Bandha checkups. We'll practice straight leg in front of us. Hands plant on the outside of our thighs. Pick your distance. The further away that it is, the harder it is. So I kind of keep it about the middle part. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, pick up. Maybe it's just one foot. Maybe it's no feet. Maybe it's both feet. You can breathe. Exhale, put that down. We'll do one more. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, pick it up. From here, maybe bend your knees, bring your legs through, or step back, flowing through a half vinyasa. From downward facing dog, gaze forward, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come behind us, either grabbing opposite elbows or that reverse prayer position. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, stepping your right foot back, pivoting and facing the back of your mat for our pyramid pose. Checking your foot placement. The back foot should be at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, folding over your right leg. Knees slightly bent. Gaze at your big toe. Inhale, rising up, pivoting to the front of the room for Parsvottanasana on the left side. Check your foot placement. You don't want to be on a tightrope. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, folding over that left leg. Left hip is drawing back. navel to spine. If you have that reverse prayer, pressing your palms together. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, stepping the right to the top of the mat. Samasthiti. Coming into our standing poses, we'll start with Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. So you can bend your knee, grabbing on to your big toe with your peace fingers, or just lifting straight leg, grabbing on the peace finger, big toe. Left hand to your hip, elbow draws back. Exhale, drawing in, chin to chin, knee to nose. Exhale, down, opening it up to the side. Maybe you gaze over your opposite shoulder. Exhale, back to center. From here, left hand grabs the outside of the right foot, switching your grip, your right arm comes back. Maybe your gaze follows for this dancing Shiva. And returning to center, letting that foot go. Trying to maintain the height, pointing your toes. And exhale, kicking it back, coming into that warrior three. Hands can be down by your side. Maybe the Superman, maybe they're airplane. Maybe you have prayer hands to heart center. From here, planting our hands to the mat, coming into our standing splits. Kicking that right foot all the way up to the sky. From here, we can do a little handstand playtime. Give it 3 hops. Maybe switch to cross of your legs. Coming back up to standing. Coming up on our right, you can bend that knee or straight leg, peace finger, left big toe. Coming into our Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, exhaling, drawing the leg up, leaning forward, knee to nose, chin to chin. Elbow drawing away from the body. Inhale. Back to standing. Exhale, left leg to the left side. Maybe you gaze over your right shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Switching that cross with the right hand coming on the outside of the left foot. Left hand reaches back. Maybe your gaze follows. Back to center, releasing grip of your foot, holding it there, pointing the toe. Feeling that hip flexor talking. Slowly kick your left leg back, coming in that warrior three. Hand placement is Superman, down by your side, airplane, or prayer hand. From here, hands plant, stretching your right leg to the sky for standing splits. Again, we have an opportunity for some handstand playtime. Give it a few kick-ups, maybe get some air time. We're going to flow through a vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, gaze forward. Going to come to a seat, legs long in front of us. Staff pose, Dandasana, hands by our hips, feet are flexed, chin to chest, engaging all three of our bandhas here. Releasing that, coming into a forward fold, Paschimottanasana A, peace finger the big toes, inhale, find length, exhale, folding over our legs. Kneecaps lifted, navel to spine. Inhale, halfway lift, changing to B, grabbing onto the sides of our feet. Inhale, find length. Exhale, folding over the legs. Unclench your jaw. Elbows drawn away from the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. C position, or you can repeat B, but C position, grabbing onto your hand or wrist around the sole of your foot. Inhale, find length. Exhale, folding forward. Are you breathing? Inhale, rise up, releasing the hands. Coming into our reverse plank, Purvottanasana. Hands about a foot distance behind you. If you don't want to do plank, you can do reverse table by bending your knees and lifting the hips. If you're with me, inhale, lifting the hips, toes reaching towards the mat. If there's no pain in your neck, maybe your head relaxes back. Slowly lowering the hips down, planting our hands, inhaling our knees to our chest, picking it up, flowing through a half vinyasa. From downward facing dog, gaze forward, coming to a seat, legs long. We're preparing for our Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. So sole of the right foot comes to the inside of the left leg. This is like Janu Shirshasana. You can stay here or half lotus, lifting that left foot, tucking it into your left hip crease. Right knee draws slightly in closer to the left leg. You can fold forward here, or if you want the bind, right hand internally rotates around the back, grabbing onto that big toe. Inhale, finding length, and exhale, folding over your straight left leg. Keeping your left leg engaged by feeling like you're tapping onto a brake. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, releasing your foot. We're gonna switch to externally rotating that leg. So we're coming into a half hero pose on that right side. We're not sitting up on our shin. It's tucked around, wrapping around our bodies. This is Karyan Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. Inhale, find length, and exhale, folding over that left leg. You can grab onto your foot, or maybe you grab hand or wrist. Elbows drawing away from the mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release that right foot. Coming into Navasana, boat pose. From here, coming on to our forearms and our legs reach towards the sky, feet towards the sky. You're gonna come into our first ab sequence. Both legs down and hover. Lift up, hover, up, hover down, up, hover down, up, hover down, up, coming back up to Navasana, twisting to your right, right hand reaches back, gaze back over your right, switching, left arm reaches back, gazing back on your left, switch, right, left, right, left, right, left, front, hold boat, and pick it up, flow through a vinyasa. From downward facing dog, come to a seat. We'll do that on the other side. Left knee bends, sole of the foot on the inside of your right, staying in Janu Sirsasana, or maybe you lift your foot, bringing it into the hip crease. Our left arm internally rotates around the back. Inhale, find length. Exhale, folding over that straight right leg. Nose to knee, chin to shin. Pressing into that gas pedal with your right sole or ball of your foot. Inhale up, exhale, releasing the foot. Going to internally rotate that leg. So we're coming into our half hero pose on the left side. We're not up sitting on the shin. It's wrapping around our body. Inhale, find length, and exhale, fold forward. Shoulders are in line. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release your foot or the bind. Left leg comes out. Back to our boat pose for our second ab sequence. From here, we'll come all the way onto our backs, and we'll do straight leg bicycles. So right elbow towards right knee, or left leg, sorry. Switch, left to right, and a little faster. Switch, 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 and legs back with your feet reaching towards the ceiling, sky. From here, we'll do alternate toe taps for 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rock up, hold your boat. And draw your knees in, pick it up, flow through a half vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, gaze forward, come to seat. We're preparing for our Janu Sirsasana. So bend your right knee, sole of the right foot on the inside of the left. Slight twist of your torso so that you're facing over that straight left leg. Inhale, find length. Exhale, folding over that straight leg, left leg. Grabbing onto your foot. maybe bind. Again, we're pressing into that, tapping that gas pedal, keeping our left leg engaged. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, releasing the leg. Coming into B. So we lift up and we sit on our heel and our right knee draws in slightly. Slightly can be uncomfortable if you're not used to doing it. Again, rotating so that we're facing directly over our left leg. Exhaling, folding over that left leg. Either grabbing onto your foot or binding around the sole of the foot. Elbows drawing away from the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, releasing that. Let's come into the other side. So left knee bends, left sole of the foot into the right. Rotating that torso directly over your right leg. Exhale, folding over your right leg. Tapping onto that gas. Unclench your jaw. Navel to spine. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release the foot. Coming into B position, lifting up, sitting on that heel, massaging your perineum. Left knee draws in slightly closer to the right. Inhale, find length, and exhale, folding over your right leg. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, back up. We're gonna draw our legs in, but instead of going directly into a half vinyasa, we're gonna come up and we'll do some donkey kicks 3 times. Maybe get some hang time. If not, we're gonna meet in downward facing dog. You can flow through a vinyasa. But it wouldn't be the rocket if we didn't have some playtime. From downward facing dog, gaze forward, coming to a seat, coming into our Marichyasana A, both legs long, bending your right knee, planting the sole of your foot on the mat, heel towards your glute, left hand outside of the left hip. Inhale, reaching that right arm up, maybe fold forward, grabbing onto the left foot. If you want the bind, wrapping your right arm around your right shin, reaching around your back. Left arm internally rotates around the back. Your right grabs onto your left. Inhale, find length. Exhale, folding over the left leg. Shoulders are in line. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, releasing the bind if you had it. Coming into C position, your right hand plants behind you. Inhale that left arm up, twisting on an exhale to your right, hooking your left elbow outside of your right leg. You can stay here gazing over your right shoulder if you'd like the bind. Your left arm internally rotates around that right shin, reaching towards the back. Right hand internally rotates around the back. Left grabs onto right. And you gaze over that right shoulder. Navel to spine, finding length. Your left foot is still active. Exhale, back. Releasing, straightening that right leg, coming into the other side, bending the left knee, sole of your foot to the mat, heel close to your glute, right hand outside of right hip. Inhale that left arm up. You can reach grabbing for your right foot, or if you want to bind, left arm around left shin, internally rotating around towards the back, right internally rotates around the back, left grabbing onto right. Inhale, find length, and exhale, folding over your right leg. Tapping into that gas pedal to keep our right leg active. Shoulders are in line. Inhale back up, releasing the bind if you had it. Left hand behind you. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, twisting to the left, hooking your right elbow outside your left leg. You can stay here or binding that right arm around your left shin. Left arm binding around the back. Right grabbing onto left. Gazing over your left shoulder. Navel to spine for lengthening. Exhale, releasing that, gaze forward. We'll flow through a vinyasa here. You want to find a little transition. You can bring your tricep to your left shin, planting our hands, picking up that left foot. Maybe you bend your right and it comes through. Hang out, kick it back, flowing through a vinyasa. You can always pause the tape here, watch it again, and give it a try. It's a fun little transition. From here, we'll come into 8 angle pose, Asavasana. You can come to a seat, or we'll try jumping into it. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't. I don't have a whole lot of room. So from here, from down dog, give it a little hop. Left leg comes through. Cross your ankles, kick them out to the side, squeeze your right bicep, gaze at your toes. From here, straighten your arms maybe, bring that left leg through again, coming into Ekapada Kundalini. Kick that right foot back, flow through a half vinyasa. And then wonder yourself what the hell just happened. Maybe pause and play with that. Try on the other side. Other side's my weaker side. Right leg's gonna be weaving between my arms from downward facing dog. Hop through, kick your feet out to the side, gaze at your toes, squeezing your left bicep. From here, straighten your arms, right weaves through, Ekapada Kundalini, and kick your left leg back. Meeting in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, come to a seat. Nirvasana, boat pose. Legs, knees can be bent, legs can be long. Hands can plant behind you or reach straight in front of you. Knees to chest, plant your hands, pick it up for a moment, back down, Nirvasana again. Plant your hands, knees in, pick it up, maybe come through, and we'll flow through a half vinyasa. From here, gaze forward, come to a seat. We'll come into Baddha Konasana. Soles of our feet together, legs open like butterfly wings. Grabbing onto our feet. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, folding forward to your depth. Navel to spine to find length. Your elbows can press into your legs, helping to keep them grounded. Inhale where we rise up. Let's grab onto our big toes with our peace fingers. We're gonna come into Upishta Konasana, B. So balancing on our tailbone. So you can slightly lean back, feel that sensation, finding some balance. Maybe you straighten one leg, maybe you straighten the other. Gazing forward, pointing the toes, navel to spine. We're gonna rock backwards, bringing your feet over your head for Supta Konasana. So rolling back, chin to your chest, keeping your legs wide. You're balancing on your shoulders, not your neck. We're going to rock up for a breath and then exhale, releasing into Upishta Konasana A. So inhale, rock up, hold. Before you let go, pull your toes back so that you don't bang your heels. That hurts a lot, believe me. You want to land on your calves. And slowly lowering down into your wide-legged forward fold. Inhale up, releasing your toes, coming to our backs. We're coming into Supta Padangusthasana. Legs are long, keeping your left leg long, toes pointed. Left hand on left thigh. Inhale, lifting that right, peace fingering your big toe. Exhale, drawing it in. Nose to knee, chin to shin. Elbow drawing away from your leg. Exhale, release the head down. Inhale. And exhale your leg to the right. Maybe you gaze over your left shoulder. Toe on your left leg is still pointed. Leg is engaged. Inhale back to center, grabbing onto your foot. Exhale, drawing your leg closer. Your head stays on the ground for this variation. Left toes are still pointed. Exhale, releasing your right leg down. We'll repeat that on the other side. So point your right toes, right hand on right thigh. Inhale, left leg up, peace finger, big toe. Exhale, lifting your head, drawing your leg closer. Knee to nose, chin to shin. Shoulder is out of your ear. And releasing down, exhale, leg off to the left, gazing over that right shoulder if there's no pain. Right toes are still pointed. back to center, both hands grabbing onto your left leg. Exhale, drawing it closer to you. Your head stays on the ground. Right toes are still pointed. Exhale, let go, and slowly lowering the left leg down. We're going to rock and roll through a half vinyasa, or just meet us in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, gaze forward, come to seat. Gonna come back to our backs, preparing for our back bends, starting with a bridge pose. So the soles of our soles of our feet are planted, our heels towards our glutes, arms along by our sides, and our feet are at 12 o'clock. Inhale, lifting the hips, thighs are engaged, glutes are engaged. We don't want any pain in our lower backs. Your fingertips can raise your heels, maybe bind underneath. Exhale, releasing your hips back down to the mat. You can repeat bridge pose for 2 more times, or if wheel practice, Urdhva Dhanurasana is in your practice. You want to bend your elbows, hands by your ears, fingertips towards your shoulders. 12 o'clock for your hands and your feet. On an inhale, lift up your hips towards the sky, squeezing your glutes, pressing into your feet. Gaze between your hands or straight out in front of you. You can come all the way down, or maybe you just come to the crown of your head. Maybe change your hand placement. Make a shorter stance, pick it back up. Slowly lowering down, knees knock together, feet come out to the sides of your mat, releasing your lower back. You can also draw your knees into your chest, giving them a squeeze, maybe a little rolling on your sacrum. We're going to rock and roll for 3 times up to a standing forward fold. This is a nice little spinal massage. 1, 2, 3, plant your feet, and up you go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folding forward. Ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows. If you want more, you can bind your arms around your calves. If you want even more, your hands weave in between your legs, grabbing onto your shin, drawing yourself even closer. Pressing into the balls of your feet. And look here, another opportunity for some handstand play. Pick your variation you want. Maybe you do some donkey kicks. Maybe try your non-dominant leg. Have a few kick-ups. We'll meet in downward facing dog. facing dog. We're coming into our pigeon. You can lift your leg if you prefer, or just right knee to right wrist, swinging your foot to the left. Left leg is long. Inhale, finding length, gazing up. Exhale, folding over, putting your pigeon to bed. Adho Mukha Kapotasana. We're not here very long, so let's not get too comfortable. Inhale up, bending that left knee. We're going to do a quad stretch maybe. You can do mermaid. You can do king pigeon, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Pick your variation here. From here, your left leg swings all the way around to the front, stacking on top of the right. We're coming into Gomukhasana, cow face pose. Knees are stacked. If you want your arms, your right arm reaches up, bending at the elbow, patting yourself on the back. Left arm bends. Grabbing onto your fingers. Maybe you grab onto your shirt. Maybe you have a strap. Inhale for length. Exhale, folding over your legs. Inhale, we rise up, releasing the hands if you had them. We'll corkscrew around, switching our legs. So our hands come to our right. Lift those hips, don't move your feet. We're just pivoting to the left, switching that cross. And look at that. Right is now on top of left. You can fold over, or if you want the arms, left arm reaches up, bending the elbow, patting yourself on the back. Right arm bends, reaching for your left. Inhale, find length. Exhale, folding over your legs. Inhale, rise up, releasing the arms if you had them. Your right leg is going to lift and kick, coming to the back for pigeon on the left side. If you prefer to go from down dog, you can absolutely do that as well. And meet us in pigeon. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, folding forward. And I would love to stay here longer, but we got to move on. Lift up, bend your right leg. Repeating either that quad stretch, mermaid, or Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. From here, your left leg steps back to meet with your right. Let's flow through a half vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. Gaze forward, come to a seat, legs long in front. Preparing for our last forward fold, Paschimottanasana. You can pick A, grabbing peace fingers, big toes. B, sides of your feet. C, wrapping, grabbing either your opposite that you did before, wrist or hand. We'll stay here for a few extra breaths in this forward fold. Inhale, finding length and folding. Elbows drawing away from the mat. Knees lifted. Navel to spine. Unclench your jaw. Inhale, gaze up and release. Drawing our knees into our chest. Pick it up, flow through half vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. Gaze forward, come to a seat, legs long. We're preparing for Yoga Mudra. We always end our rocket practice with our Yoga Mudra. You can do easy seat, Sukhasana, or if you have full lotus, Padmasana, bending your right leg, drawing your foot into that left hip crease. From here, bend your left knee. You can tuck that left foot underneath your right leg, coming into a half Padmasana or a full Padmasana, lifting that left foot, tucking it into the hip crease of your right. From here, we grab onto opposite elbows behind our back, or for full expression, grabbing onto those big toes. It's a deep shoulder opener, so it's not always accessible, and that's okay. Grabbing on opposite elbows is a perfect modification of this pose. Exhale, bending forward. You can have forehead to the mat, nose to the mat, or chin to the mat. Or just let gravity pull you closer to the mat. Navel to spine for length. Inhale, we rise up, releasing the toes, your elbows. The tops of our hands plant onto our knees, palms facing towards the sky. Our index finger and our thumb join together, finding length in our spine. Crown of the head reaching towards the sky. You can close your eyes or soft gaze at your third eye here. Slow, deep breaths. Letting that go. Last little bit of effort. We'll come into Utpati with breath of fire. Utpati, your hands come on the sides of our hips and we lift up our lower body. Breath of fire is a deep inhale with rapid exhales through the nose. So inhale, lift it up. Exhale. Let that go. Release your legs. Long on the mat. Roll back all the way. Arms long by your sides. Coming into Shavasana. Relaxing every muscle in your body. Your arms, your legs are relaxed. Your face is relaxed. Your work is done. Take a deep inhale and exhale out the mouth. Shavasana.
Friends, I invite you to stay here in this Shavasana for at least 5 to 10 minutes, just relaxing and feeling the effects of our practice today. My name is Stephanie Carroll. Again, thank you for joining me for this Rocket One sequence today. Namaste.